Imagine hundreds of people dancing non-stop in the streets. Not for fun, not for a festival, but because they couldn't stop. Some collapsed, some died of exhaustion. This is not a legend, it's real. This is the true story of the dancing plague of 1518, one of the strangest mass events in human history. It all began in July of 1518, in the city of Strasbourg, back then part of the Holy Roman Empire. A woman named Frau Trophia stepped into the street and began to dance. There was no music, no celebration, just her dancing alone, and she wouldn't stop. Hours passed, then a full day, then two. She danced for nearly a week straight. People watched in shock. But then, something even weirder happened. Others joined in. Within days, dozens of people were dancing uncontrollably. Within a week, more than 100 people were infected by the dance fever. They danced in public squares, streets, even inside churches. Eyewitnesses said the dancers looked possessed, eyes wide, bodies jerking, some crying or screaming as they moved. But they couldn't stop. Doctors were called in. The verdict? Too much blood in the brain. Their prescription? More dancing. City officials believed the only cure was to let it burn out. So they built a stage, hired musicians. Yes, they played music to encourage more dancing. That didn't help. As days passed, the dancing turned deadly. People began collapsing from exhaustion, heart attacks, or strokes. Some danced themselves to death. Literally. Reports suggest up to 15 people a day were dying at the peak. The city was in chaos, and yet no one could stop it. It was mass hysteria on a scale rarely seen in history. Eventually, authorities gave up on the music and stages. Instead, they tried a spiritual approach. City leaders declared the phenomenon a curse, possibly caused by a saint. They blamed Saint Vitus, believed to have the power to curse people with uncontrollable dancing. So they sent the dancers to a shrine in the mountains, hoping for divine mercy. There, the dancers were given red shoes. Their feet were sprinkled with holy water. They prayed, fasted, and rested. Slowly, the dancing stopped. After more than a month of madness, the plague ended. But the mystery remains. What really happened? So, what was it? Modern historians have theories. Some say it was mass psychogenic illness, a shared mental and physical reaction to stress. Remember, these were hard times. Famine, disease, and spiritual fear weighed heavily on the people. Others suggest it was caused by ergot poisoning, a hallucinogenic mold found on rye bread, similar to LSD. But no theory fully explains the scale or intensity of the dancing. To this day, we still don't know.